Welcome to this digression session.
What's up? What's up?
Bradshaw, I want to talk to you about WandaVision.
Yeah.
We tried recording a few WandaVision episodes or synopsis discussions.
Yeah, I take it that didn't pan out.
No, I didn't recover those, so
Okay.
we're going to talk, because at that time, maybe like 3 episodes aired. We didn't get a whole lot of
Yeah.
stuff, uncovered from where the story's going.
Yeah.
Now where it's at, it's what, episode 6?
7.
7? Okay.
7 just happened, I think. There's 2 more episodes left.
Yeah, how are you feeling the finale? How are you feeling about where it's set up now?
So, what's funny is, spoilers for anybody, but who hasn't been up to date with it. So, like we talked about how, it was pretty, 100% sure that Agnes was Agatha Harkness, right?
Correct.
We talked about that from the beginning.
We did.
And
you mentioned that, I think, when we discussed it last, too.
Yeah. And mindset 100%, that's who it is, right? And then there was episode, was it 6? That was the Halloween episode?
Yep, the one right before this, because the narrator on their WNDA, whatever they called their radio station, was talking about, hope your little ghost got home safe.
Yeah. So, so she is, in that episode, right, she's at that junction at a stop sign or whatever, and she can't move. Or whatever, like everybody else, it's all slowed down and shit out there, because they require less attention. So, when she was there, and then Vision does the little brain tap thing, and then she, comes to, and she's all freaking out. For a second, I was just like, well, she might still be Agatha Harkness, but maybe she's not behind that. And
yeah, she's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that's how this show is. So it's the end of this episode, and I was like, I'm Agatha, and I was behind everything, and I was like, of course it was. I knew it was, but that one episode, that one moment made me doubt it.
I got that. Bitch. I got that too. I mean, there was something about her anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, why would they
obviously.
introduce her?
But it was the fact that when Vision brain touched her,
Bridget,
and she from Bridget, when he brain touched her and she fucking snapped out of it and started freaking out and shit. That's when I was like, oh shit, maybe that's kudos to Catherine Hahn to make me doubt everything, all the signs that were pointing to it the entire time, and even before it happened, before the show started, that's what it is. And boom. So now did you watch the mid credits?
Snooper's gonna snoop?
Yeah, Snooper's gonna snoop, dude. So now the question becomes, so we're fairly certain, well, not fairly certain. The bigger rumor being that, not rumor, I guess. There was always the question of who was Pietro.
He's a multiverse Pietro.
What is he?
I don't know.
Multiverse Pietro?
You could totally argue that he is, or isn't.
Or is he another character? Is he some rando? Another. So there's theories that one of the theories for a while was that he was Mephisto, which I don't think he is.
No, I don't think he's Mephisto.
No,
he could be in a weird way,
but I don't think so. He seems more, especially with this. That mid-credit scene thing, he seems more under Agatha, and if he was Mephisto, he would definitely be that dude, right?
Yeah, so, well, especially when they showed when she was doing that montage of it was all, me. She was sitting in a picnic setup outside when Pietro was at the door.
Shows
and
up
he had
with her
smoke
purple
on him.
magic shit. Yeah, that was her purple stuff. Because we saw when Monica looked in the cellar there was purple all over down there. So her color purple.
She can see energy sequences, right?
Yeah, and someone various light spectrums, light frequencies. Is her one of her she's had a bajillion fucking superhero names. not a bajillion, but more than any superhero really should.
Okay, is her most recent one Photon?
Spectrum. Spectrum's her most recent one.
Okay.
Yep. Which makes sense because she sees, various light spectrums and whatnot. But yeah, so when she first came about, Monica Rambeau, she took on the name Captain Marvel.
Yep.
And then she also then had the name Photon. Yep. And then I think there might have been another one before Spectrum. But yeah, so she's had a lot of names. But so now her powers have kicked in, which is cool.
Yeah, it took going through the barricade, the hex.
Yep. And her sword, yeah, because they said a couple episodes ago that Darcy said that going through the hex has messed with her molecularly or whatever 2 times and is changing everything. So that's how her shit gets activated. And like
activate your shit.
Yeah. Activate your shit, dude. And then like another cool thing, when she got in the hex this time, and then when she took off the space suit thing, her sword uniform under there is the same colors as her costume, white and black.
Yeah. Like I saw reference photos of that. Like, it just harkens back. They almost both Wanda and Monica have like their superhero colors on when they front each other on the lawn.
Yeah.
Jaunty music playing in the background when they showed up.
Yep.
I love that. It didn't. The sitcom didn't stop. Like it was a drama happening within a sitcom.
And the 2000s, 2010s sitcom or single cam sitcom parody. This episode was great. A lot of Modern Family-ish feel to it and stuff like that.
The intro had
a little bit of The Office.
The Office music.
Style.
Yeah. The peppy song, and that happened.
So now another thing someone pointed out, like the colors of the flowers,
the purple
in front of each of their houses, because outside of Wanda's, her flowers are, red or pink, right? To like signify, like the color of her magic, right? And then Agatha's are purple.
And she showed up with a plant.
Now we know that's the color of her magic, right?
Remember that housewarming gift at the beginning?
So the question, I guess, or not the question, that brings up then Dottie, right? Because we saw her for like a blink and you'll miss it last episode, I think.
Hello.
And like she her outside of her house, all her flowers are yellow. So like people are still trying to figure out if Dottie is somebody, right? Somebody else.
Dottie.
Yeah, some Dottie. And one of the suggestions or whatever is that she is a kind of an obscure hero from the Squadron Supreme called Arcana something.
Okay.
Because she has yellow magic, I guess. So that is one thing. And with the fact that's a lot of magic characters, maybe that's what it is. But
that'd be cool. I like that.
Back to Evan Peters for a second.
Sure.
So like the theories being either he's like alternate universe Pietro, or he's some rando dude, or he's Mephisto, or that one that's popped up now is Agatha's son.
Okay.
In the comics, his name's Nicholas Scratch, which is like a classic like name for Satan, kind of.
Oh, that's a bunny rabbit. Yeah. Senior Scratcher or whatever.
Senior Scratcher. Yeah. So like, one of the things is maybe he is
the rabbit. He's the rabbit.
Well, yeah, or he's
mutated.
He's her son, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that could be an interesting thing for him too. I still don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. All I know is it's gonna be sad.
If they're sticking to the stuff with the kids, yeah, that's pretty dark.
So basically, the way things have been set, they've already said the ending is very sad. And if it's anything like, the Scarlet Witch and Vision series and fucking House of M and shit like that, it's like the kids are gonna go away. Vision's gonna die, and this sets Wanda on the path to being a villain, right?
Yeah. I know they're gonna go into the multiverse of madness stuff. Like that's where this is leading to.
There's still the surprise cameo or whatever that has yet to happen. That wasn't Evan Peters or whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be Mephisto, I think, right?
Well, no, because it was Bettany. Paul Bettany said it's somebody he's wanted to work with his whole life or whatever. So I don't know. He could just be speaking, just flippantly, just meaning he just has wanted to work with this dude for as long as he's known of him. Or it could be someone literally that he's wanted to work with his whole life, right?
Do you think it's a really big star?
I don't know.
Like a De Niro or a Pacino?
Well, I don't know about that, but well,
if you're going to cast Mephisto, you got to cast some kind of big type dude.
If it's Mephisto, right? Yeah.
Yeah, if it is.
Because so one of the big theories was Cumberbatch, right? But we already knew that he was going to have some sort of part in this, because they said that from the get-go that this leads into Multiverse of Madness. So Cumberbatch would be too obvious.
And he's a magician. He's a magic guy.
He's the Sorcerer Supreme, dude.
Might as well bring him in with all these other magic users.
Well, yeah, and so there's that. But I don't know who else, maybe Mephisto, or because the bad guy of Multiverse of Madness is a character named Nightmare, who's a Doctor Strange bad guy, obviously. But yeah, that's just it. It's usually, especially with superhero stuff, I can see where stuff's going. Mm-hmm. And I do it's obvious things are going to end bad, but what that means, I don't know yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and maybe on a cliffhanger to set up the movie to complete it.
Possibly. And so it's and obviously they're setting up Young Avengers, so it's how do Billy and fucking what's his nuts? Tommy. Yeah, how do Billy and Tommy make their way back? Maybe that's a Multiverse of Madness thing that happens.
Well, didn't Mephisto will them into being
a part of his
soul?
They're a part of his soul. Yep.
So
and he takes that shit.
Wanda thinks she created them out of her magic, but it was Agatha.
But Agatha seems very interested in those kids, right? And
she's feeding off of their life essence because they're parts of Mephisto, I'm assuming.
But that's just it. Is it the Mephisto connection, right? Why she's so, because you see it back to when the kids first appear, and she's there when they age up, right? So she sees that happen. And
did you
and
notice?
She manipulated the situation with the dog, right? She killed the dog.
Here's what I think.
So it's wanting them to age themselves again, right?
They did. I watched somebody talk about it, of the purple flowers and the red flowers.
Yep.
Where, Agatha gives them the housewarming gift, and it's a purple bow on it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's conveniently always offering to give something to Wanda, can I make you tea? And then she makes tea out of whatever leaves maybe that have some kind of hallucinogenic purple essence
or something that allows her to manipulate her.
Because that's what happened when they were confronted with Monica at the front lawn. She's like, oh, busybody got a busybody, so she goes over there and is like, leave her alone.
Yeah.
And you could tell
she doesn't want her to fuck her shit up. Yeah.
She was under some kind of spell.
Right.
So there is some kind of, and if you can't notice, the camera person essentially that's doing this fake documentary talking to you
when he talks to her, you're not supposed to talk to me.
That was actually Catherine's voice pitched down.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Another funny thing is that when crap, I think I forgot what it was.
You can do it.
When she did the it's all been Agatha, they had the Munsters music kind of happening. With the font and things like that.
Yep.
I thought that was really clever.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
And the dog. The dog died because it probably ate some of the plant that she's been
interesting
concocting to keep Wanda whatever, and then just accidentally killed the dog.
Right.
What a way to end the episode, though. I killed Sparky too.
Yeah. I love Catherine Hahn too. She's so good. One of the things that I'm wondering too, going into the end of this, is just like, say it, like with how everything shakes out, or how it's like leading up to shake out. Do you think that this break bad for Scarlet Witch is something that's going to be longer term, or do you think it's something that he'll solve in Multiverse of Madness?
Here's something else that's cool to lead into that.
Yeah.
In each episode, if you watch like episode 2, you'll hear Wanda say previously on WandaVision.
Yeah.
And she'll have a nice peppy tone to it. And if you keep watching every other episode where she says previously on WandaVision, it gradually gets more depressing. In the last one, she kind of sounded really despondent, like previously on WandaVision.
Yeah.
She was very put out, like she was almost hypnotized of some kind.
I wonder if it's that, where it's her reflecting her mental state through it.
It's got to be, because this is her coping mechanism. She did this to cope.
Right. Because she was saying, because they were, obviously they're saying with the TV shows too, as each generation of show goes on, they get more quote unquote real and more and less chippy, happy, whatever. If it's aside from that, I like the thing you're saying better though.
Yeah, she's just descending into the multiverse of madness,
and that's reflected in that. Because so pretty much, I think it was Feige said that by the end of this, she her fall here is basically her fall to I don't want to say evil, but kind of like villain status, and this is where she
a temporary villain.
Yeah, where she takes on the name Scarlet Witch for the first time. Because she hasn't had that name, right?
Yeah, that's what they talked about in the first episode.
Yeah, they even make a point about it that she doesn't have.
Or no, in the episode when Jimmy gets called out, it's like she doesn't have a stupid alias, and he's like, no.
Yeah. Which again, just knowing how TV movie stuff, if it's brought up, that means it's important. So it's gonna get addressed again at some point. So yeah. So then I wonder too. Then as we've seen, when she kind of loses it or gets with Shield with the task force or whatever the fuck, when she comes outside the hex and she's in that serious mode or whatever, she drops or she gains her accent back, right?
Yep.
And I wonder if that's gonna be part of the thing too, where when she goes evil, she's gonna get her accent back, because bad guys always have accents.
And that's what happened in the Ultron movie. She had an accent, and she was on the bad guys side for a bit.
Because she was they're from Sokovia, so they have their Eastern European accent or whatever that she quickly dropped the next movie.
She's like, I'm a good guy now. I can't sound like a Russian.
Yep, right, exactly. there's a lot of. I have more questions than answers right now. I think.
Well, that's a good place to end this discussion. Then we can look forward to the next.
Yeah,
two episodes.
We got 2 more weeks, right?
Yeah, we do.
There's a, we'll see if anything, because that's just it. It doesn't, like, obviously this episode felt like there's a big shift, right? Because we found out at the end, but it still doesn't feel like there's only 2 episodes left, right? Like, it still kind of feels like, oh shit, like we're almost there. This is the penultimate episode, so it's like it's setting up everything that's going to go down in that final episode, right?
It is.
That's what penultimate episodes are.
They are.
So this is a big episode. So, like,
something's going to happen to Vision. We last saw him jumping out of that funnel cake van.
Yeah. Well, and he now. Yeah. And then whatever's the fuck's happening with Monica. And then, like, I think that's what's going to be sad too. One of the sad parts is the fact that Monica knows that this isn't Wanda and that she just needs help.
Yep.
But she's not going to be able to help either in time or in such a way to stop her from whatever the fuck she's going to do.
She's too far gone now. She's corrupted by Agatha.
Right. Well, that's just it too. How much is Agatha and how much is Wanda? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like they say, Agatha's behind everything or whatever, but like, did Wanda start this thing by herself and Agatha found out about it and came in and started fucking shit up? Or was she there from the beginning? Did she coax Wanda into doing this?
That's maybe what we need. Then maybe the penultimate episode is finding out about Agatha. And
because you get the bomb dropped on that's right. That makes sense too, because you get the bomb drop at the end of the last episode.
So it'll be half and half, and it's kind of interesting because it's not a typical show where you have to have a specific time frame to fill in your story. These episodes have been ranging back and forth between like a half an hour to like a little bit more to like an hour.
Yeah.
So it's you can jump around with the how much you want to spend on each episode. So they could split it in half and have the Agatha part at the beginning, her origins, what that book is, what it all means, and then pick up right after she puts her spell or her hex on Wanda.
Right.
Where Vision crashes through the roof and Monica punches Pietro in the face or something like that.
Yeah, there's going to be some, there's going to be superhero shenanigans at some point, which is going to be awesome.
We got to see some, we just seen Vision and Wanda kind of like have a standoff, which was kind of funny.
But no one's actually like fought, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they've used their powers, obviously, but they haven't like fought.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm interested to see where this ends up. Because like I said, it's not your typical predictable superhero fare. Like, I only know the direction it's going basically because of the books I'm aware of, right? That's it. But there's no specifics there, right? I just know this is going to end badly because of how the books they've stated were inspirations for it ended badly. You know what I mean? I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
We'll have to do a wrap up once it finishes.
Oh, we totally will. Yeah, I'm glad we at least got this out of the way. So we've watched a few of these episodes, more than when we tried to record last time. So it's kind of a good.
Yeah, we got super. Well, it's because there was only a couple episodes out. We were super in depth on it.
Yep.
But obviously this was more digression, so we were just kind of building off of what we're saying, which is enough because we can go too deep. Sean coming in hot right at the end.
All right, we'll be back with other discussions on WandaVision in a later time. Bye.
Yes. Bye.